Hi everybody, Kilroy here, and I have a question for you guys. What knife would you buy if you were getting deployed to a war zone? This was a question I asked myself, and this knife you're looking at was the answer. The Swamp Rat Rodent Solution. I actually ordered this knife back in November and ended up waiting 11 weeks and 4 days for it to show up. I haven't really used it yet, and this is going to be more of an overview video, or unboxing, not a real review. Let's start with the blade. The blade is 3.5 inches long and 3/8 of an inch thick, which is pretty beefy for a knife this size. The blade is on the shorter side for a survival knife, but I chose this length because it's not going to be the only thing I'm going to be carrying. Minimizing weight and bulk is important, and I want my things to be efficient. So, smaller blade, you can still do a lot of things with it, but not as heavy and not taking up as much space on me. The blade has this epoxy type coating which protects it, but it makes slicing harder. It also has a rounded off spine which precludes you using it for fire steel or anything like that. The big surprise on this knife was the convex edge. I'm going to try to zoom in on it. So, if you can see there, the edge is kind of unevenly ground, and it was actually pretty dull, believe it or not. I'll cut some paper and show you right here. Of course, yeah. Now it kind of doesn't. I don't know if you can see, it's more tearing. It's not particularly sharp. And some people are going to say, just call Swamp Rat, they have great customer service, they're going to take care of it. No, I'm not going to call them so they can make it right, because this knife should have been right for the price, the range that they're selling it at. The handle on this knife is 4 5/8 of an inch long, as you can see here, and 5/8 thick, roughly. If it was up to me, I would make it a little shorter. You can see I'm balancing it here about between the middle of those two holes, maybe a little forward. I would like the balance point to be more here. And you can also see when I hold it, we could probably lose this back part fairly easily and make the knife a little more compact, not really take away too much from the knife. And it would also make it handle better, I think. This black canvas micarta is rounded off very nicely. It has no rough edges, and it's non-removable. Let me show you this pattern, if I can get this. There we go. You can see it's ridged. Very nicely finished. Good texture. This is a black canvas and the gray, the tanker gray blade. One thing I have a little question about, or I had a question about, is the micarta. It seems to absorb water. And I'll show you what I mean. Online I read that micarta doesn't really absorb water, or it absorbs very little water. But I mean, you see what I'm talking about, right? I don't think that's too big of a deal, but there it is. The handle attachment holes are pretty nice. I like how they go all the way through. Theoretically, you could get some paracord and make a spear with this. I would probably never ever do that, but you could. I like this lanyard attachment hole a lot, how it's inset like that. So when I have my lanyard, my wrist lanyard, which I would add to this, it's low profile, keeps everything sleek. The knife doesn't come with the sheath. Some people knock Swamp Rat for that, but I think I like that actually. They don't ship it with a garbage sheath, that you would have to replace anyway, and you're paying for anyway. And you can get exactly what you want: Kydex, leather, whatever. Fortunately, this pushes the actual price closer to $200 because you're not going to have this knife and carry it without a sheath. You need a sheath to use it properly. So people that make good sheaths are As Welke, Godspeed Tactical, Mashed Cat, Hedgehog Leather Works, Skystorm Leather, and other custom shops. They're out there. You can check the knife forums. There's plenty of people that make sheaths for these. Overall, the knife is 8 1/8 of an inch, which is a good length for this knife. Weighs 6.5 ounces. Sorry, messed that up. 6.65 ounces. Good weight for what the knife is, which is just a solid, overbuilt knife. However, it's not really for me. I waited 82 days to get this knife, and after having it for 2 days, I'm selling it. I put it up online for sale, and an hour later I had an offer for what I paid for it, including shipping. That's kind of the nice thing about the Swamp Rat knives. It takes so long for them to ship that people will pay extra, basically, to avoid the wait. If I'm taking a knife into a dangerous situation, I want it to be a knife that I really, really, really like. And I don't really like this knife. It's a good knife, but just, I don't know. It doesn't click with me. The fine details I was expecting aren't really there. And so the search continues. I'm going to get in really close on this. What I'd like you guys to do is maybe put in the comments what kind of knife you think I should get. You guys see what I was going for, which is a smaller, overbuilt, nice, survival type knife. So, what do you think I should buy? Right now I'm looking at the Bark River Gunny or Bark River Bravo 1, or maybe something from Blackjack Tactical, or the Blackjack Knives, their tactical series. So what else is out there? Let me know what you think. Let me know if there are any custom makers I should be looking at. The Ninja score on this, 9 out of 10. And it's black, gray, sleek, mean looking. Great for killing ninjas, I think. That's all I got. Kilroy out.